The San Francisco Bay Area is famous for iconic landmarks, a melting pot of cultures, a vibrant culinary and art scene, and the center of technology and innovation. San Francisco is the heart and soul of what makes our future tick. From transportation to technology, food to film, healthcare to our homes. San Francisco fuels art, design, and innovation. But what fuels our creative pipeline? Places like the Children's Creativity Museum, located in downtown San Francisco's Yerba Buena Gardens.
There wasn't a staff back then. There was an executive director. We were just a group of activists. We were a group of people who said, we want to see a children's place. You know, somewhere here in Yerba Buena Gardens, there's a place for it. And let's create something that is going to captivate children and adults alike. And that was the same spirit with the Children's Garden and the Children's Place. ZM and now CCM, was that it was meant to be for everybody. And so that it can be equitable, it can be outreaching to all diverse populations here in the city, as well as I think in the region. That was the hope, anyways. And I think that that spirit has been kept alive here at CCM.
The first visit here was actually with my kids. Back then, Em was, I think, probably around 4, and Spencer was 7, so it was sort of part of our target audience, and I had the chance to visit the programs with them. So they were sort of beta testers, if you will. I think it's still true here. Their experience was relatively new to have tools and the opportunity to do creative hands-on making was something that they didn't have an opportunity to do very much when we visited other museums or other education facilities. One of the ways that CCM plays a unique role in our community is that it continues to be one of the very few places regionally where kids get a hands-on multimedia, arts, and technology experience.
This idea that children have short attention spans, when you're at CCM, you realize that that's not necessarily the case. That if you give them the right conditions and the right activity and the right stimulation, they can really focus and they feel really proud when they're able to build something by themselves or with their families. We're really careful about designing experiences where multiple families can play and build and share and laugh together. And our access programs, again, not just serve the low-income families, but it serves all families who really want their children to have a multicultural and diverse experience where they're having fun with people of different backgrounds. And society needs that.
For more than 25 years, we have ignited imaginations, nurtured creativity, amplified youth voices, and fostered innovation.
I first got connected with the ZM when I was really little. We walked inside and I was just kind of blown away with all the, wacky exhibits where I could just do whatever I wanted or be whatever I wanted, especially with the clay animation studio. That was my favorite when I was growing up. And we would go to one of the cameras and just start recording and kind of figure out what we're doing from there. So I think my experience at the ZM, doing a lot of video work from those green screens to karaoke, to making music, to the clay animation space really inspired me and did help me on my path to eventually finding a job within that same sphere. I currently work at an animation studio and I'm doing that same sort of work.
I took Andrew when he was about 9 months old, and just walking around, I was like, oh, there's other places here. I see kids in there. So went in and he liked it, and we decided to become members almost about 6 years ago. What excites me is actually having Andrew in a safe environment where he's actually having fun and engaged. Sometimes you can go to a park or a playground or museum, and after 30 minutes, your child might say, let's go, let's go. Over here, I can last literally 4 to 6 hours sometimes here. At his kindergarten graduation a couple months ago, he got the Creativity Award because he's one of the first people who actually just try to do things on his own without instructions.
I like making my movies because I can watch them anytime I want to.
I would say in San Francisco, it's got a unique role. We don't have a lot of activities engaged for children under 10. So I think you have a great sweet spot. It's a great location. It's easy to find for people in San Francisco.
I think especially for communities of color, immigrant communities, and multilingual communities, the idea of a museum is something that's beyond their reach. I think something that's really unique about CCM is how accessible it is. CCM has always reached out to us. We're not the ones who reached out, they found us. And to me, that's really valuable as a community partner.
Children coming into the museum get to experience a sense of comfortability, an expression of creativity. So they walk through the doors knowing that they can explore freely and having fun with our kids and doing that in a safe environment. And I do think that that's a major reason why so many families are eager to be here and excited to be here in this space specifically. I know even through the holidays, the activities that are happening here in the theater are things that get advertised next door, and families are so excited that there's something fun and engaging to go to right here in our neighborhood.
The Children's Creativity Museum has built creative confidence in more than 1.4 million visitors. If you had to pick one word, how would you describe us?
I would summarize CCM in one word as amazing.
Infinite.
Playful.
Engaging.
Oh, so many words, but maybe it's imagination.
Awesome, because kids like the word awesome, and I agree with them.
Hard to pick one word to describe the museum. I guess fun. Fun is the right word.
Join us today, because we need all children and families to help us create a prosperous future.
What will we create?
What will we create?
What will we create?
What would we create?
What will we create?
What will we create?
What will